Let's go to the Salvos, Major Brendan Nottle, who joins us from Melbourne. Thanks for joining us, Brendan. Appreciate your time. Have you already seen an increase in demand for the Salvos help around the country?
Absolutely, we have, Chris, and it's not just in Melbourne. We're seeing increase in demand right across the nation. And I think one of the really telling things for me is we run a cafe here in Melbourne which provides free meals, and it's open during the evening. And I was shocked to actually see the number of people coming in wearing high-vis gear. So they're clearly employed, but struggling to make ends meet. And that's a phenomenon that's new to us. Normally, we're dealing with people that are homeless or at risk of homelessness. So to see people employed and having to come in to make ends meet is a real challenge for us. And I think it indicates to us that there's an increasing group of people now that I think we should be referring to as the working poor. They're actually employed, they're actually doing everything they possibly can to make ends meet, but they're just falling short of being able to get enough money to survive.
Well, there's so many pressures, right? If you've got a job, and especially if you're trying to run a car, the fuel prices are a killer. Electricity is an absolute shocker for people with obviously the lower the income, the worse it is. But then housing as well. What's your feedback on? Are these people who are trying to pay mortgages, or are people who are trying to rent also getting hurt?
Well, it's a combination, Chris. So we're seeing people that are trying to pay mortgages and they're really struggling. I think there's a lot of particularly young people that enter into the mortgage market and they probably stretch themselves a little bit too far. But before the interest rate rises, they were just making ends meet, and now it's a real stretch. And then you sort of overlay that with life. You overlay that with one of the breadwinners becoming sick or one of the children becoming sick, and all of a sudden there's these additional and unexpected costs such as pharmacy costs. And those overlays can actually really be the straw that breaks the camel's back. And we're seeing people that are in rental properties, and rents are going up, particularly in capital cities right across the nation, and people are really finding it hard to make ends meet. What we're worried about is not just people coming in for meals, not just people coming in for support such as petrol vouchers and food vouchers. We're also concerned that shortly we may see an increase in the number of people that are homeless.
Yeah, that is a real worry. As you suggest, it's going to get worse. We know it's going to get worse as the rates continue to go up and people come off their fixed rate loans. We love the work you do, Brendan, and thanks for giving us that insight. And we've got up on the screen there, salvationarmy.org.au, if people can find a few extra dollars to try and help out. Thanks for your time.